Hi guys, this is Miles from gymandfitnessequipment.co.uk and I'm coming to you from...
Hi guys,
where am I?
You're in South Africa. It's Basil
Wow.
Clark here. We're here from our international facility in South Africa.
Great, and Baz, we are with this beautiful looking machine, and I think you and I agreed that we would do no preparation for this particular video.
No preparation at all.
Okay, Basil and I have, this is probably our favorite machine to exercise on, and instead of some of those videos that you might find on YouTube that are a bit over prepared, you know, what sort of non-inspiring videos that I'm talking about.
They're just to flipping get a video footage and out.
So we're just going to take you through some of our favorite exercises, guys. It's going to be a bit conversational. There are hundreds of different options.
If not thousands.
If not thousands. So just to give you a background, we're going to be going through a bit of a walkthrough and some exercises on the Force USA Monster G12. So while Baz is just taking these up, let me just tell you a little bit about this machine. It is part of the Force USA G series, a very, very well-known, legendary range of machines around the world. Force USA known especially for their light commercial and very, very innovative brand. And the G12 is a combination of a Smith machine, a functional trainer, and a power rack. The power rack is relatively easy to use. We're going to be focusing a little bit more on the versatility of the functional trainer. So bear in mind that when you're comparing this with many other machines, it is 3 machines in one. It is not just a functional trainer. So Baz, what are you taking us through now? I see that you're taking the D handles.
What we're gonna do now is a chest workout.
Cool.
So what we're gonna do, for example, is we're gonna do a straight, or you would call this more of an incline, wouldn't you?
This would be a decline, so you're sort of coming from the top going down. Okay,
straight.
cool. Yeah.
Your chest press.
Great.
And from there, what you could do is you could do
the fly.
Your fly.
Almost with straight arms.
Almost like you're hugging a tree.
Yep.
And then for chest, with that, you drop it down to the next level.
Cool. And these are pretty easy to change, Baz.
Very, very easy.
Yeah, okay.
And it's numbered as well, so it is easy. So we can come down there and do those match. That's in 5, yes. And now what you could do is you almost could do a
now
flat
we're getting
bench.
A flat bench press. Great.
And a flat fly.
And a flat fly. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so already we've done 4 different types of movements.
Correct.
And I think obviously we're not going through every single adjustment, but if I'm not mistaken, we've got 16 different adjustments that we can use on this functional trainer. So what that means is 16 different angles that you can use.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to do an upright row for your chest.
Okay, great. So shoulders, yeah, front delts.
Upright row.
Great.
And then what we can do is a press almost.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we're doing the incline because we're moving.
Yes.
So one of the ways to work this out is the gravitational pull. This mimics a dumbbell movement. And of course the question is simply, where is the pull coming from? Where is the load? So when Basil's doing this, the load is coming down in that direction. So in other words, from there, pulling him down, so that would be equivalent to doing an incline.
Correct.
Whereas when you were doing it from there, more of a decline motion.
Correct. So that would be the chest, guys. Again, there is thousands of exercises for chest.
We can also put this bar on as well, can't we?
Correct. We're going to clip that bar on there now.
Cool.
So as you see, we're clipping this bar across here to that side. And what is nice now is that you've got a 100 kg stack on each side. Or what is that, Miles? 90 kg stack on each side.
Yeah, 90.5 kilograms. And of course, with this one, Basil, is that it's a 1-to-1 cable ratio.
Correct.
So you can really load this up and put a lot of strain.
So we can do that.
So that's a nice bench press.
Yes. What is quite nice is you've got no support, back support. So you've got to keep your core.
You've got to use a lot of core training with this as well.
Correct.
And of course, this could be done, Basil, in many different angles. It can be done. If you take it from the top, it would be a decline. If you're taking it from the bottom, then it would be an incline.
So it'll be the decline, and it'll be the almost flat position.
Cool.
So it's just so many that you can actually do just with this bar.
Brilliant. So, Baz, I guess my sort of favourite place to go to after I've done a bit of a chest workout is maybe moving into a bit of back.
Back, yes.
Especially,
and would you like to show the back?
yeah, I'd like to do. And one of the reasons that I do that I come from many years of weight training. I've never really done any other type of sport.
Yes.
But one of the sort of golden rules from a personal training point of view is to work from the bigger muscles outward to the smaller muscles. So for many of you that may be using this as a home gym or as personal trainers, you'll probably know this. But we would want to work on the major body parts, the more compound. You notice when Basil was doing the bench press, he would have been using his shoulders, his triceps, and his chest. So after I've done chest, I would move into a back exercise.
Correct.
So while we've got this on here,
You might as well go straight into
I'm
back.
going to go straight into a couple of different movements.
Just want to make sure that's...
So the first one would be, and excuse my back to you, but the first one would be just simply this angle of a type of rowing motion. Now the nice thing about the functional trainer, and this is the difference between what we call a dual adjustable trainer and one like the G9 that has got a single cable, is you notice that I have to focus a little bit
To keep your
I
stability
need to
going,
keep my
yes.
stability
To
there,
keep it level.
because they're both independent. So there had to be a little bit of concentration there. And again, this is what makes the difference between a normal gym machine where you just sit down and there's no margin for error, you just, or there's no ability to make any error. In other words, there's a large margin of error. You can just carry on doing the exercise. With this, you really have to start focusing and using your brain a bit.
Now you can drop it straight down to the bottom, Miles.
Right.
And you can almost do a
What
bent
number
over row.
what number?
On number 14.
Number 14, and there we go. All right, number 14. So as we take it down towards the bottom, we're able
Bent over row.
to do another rowing from a completely different angle. So for me, a little bit more like a bent over row.
Correct.
Straight into what I like to do when I superset is straight into an upright row. Remember, the upright row you can use a wide grip, or you can move into a narrow grip. Now I must say again, it's quite difficult doing a narrow grip. You've got to get it right. So really nice. And while it's down there, what's also interesting is you can do shrugs.
You can do shrugs, yep.
So you would probably want to go a little bit heavier with this, the shrugs, but I'm just showing you the movement.
And I mean, you can even drop that down and you can do a deadlift if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely, you can do a deadlift as well. In fact, many powerlifters use the functional trainer to improve their deadlift.
Okay, so now we're going to go to the top, Miles. I'm going to put the D handle on to show a few more exercises like that.
Thanks, Baz.
Pleasure.
Okay, so we're going to put some D handles on.
There we
So
go.
D handles, you may have seen this in the previous videos, but a number of different adjustments, and you'll see why that's important now. So, probably for me, yeah,
So you
absolutely
go straight
perfect.
down into your
One arm.
row.
And of course, as you know already, is that Basil has the option of 16 different angles of doing this.
Right.
So at the moment he's doing it up there, he can bring it all the way down and do one
Correct.
arm. One of my favourite exercises is the lat pull down with this, and I like to go a little bit shorter.
Shorter, yep.
Not that my arms are that long, but nicely with a functional trainer, I can go into a lat pull down. I find it quite comfortable in a kneeling position.
Straight, and you can do, as what Miles is doing now, you can target different angles, going back.
Coming back, almost as if you're going into a 45-degree rowing angle. And of course, as I said, you've got the ability to do one arm, and then if you suddenly want to change the angle, very quick, suddenly down and back into a new
And
angle.
then you can go on your knees as well and do a press as well.
Take it down into another angle. It's unlimited, really.
So here is one of the advantages that I've seen many of these. I've seen many other brands. I've been to the FIBO shows. I've seen the advantage of many. But what makes this very special and unique is you can pick up these chains over here. And you can actually clip them straight into the carabiner over here on both sides. So now what makes
So these are called the extension chains, which come
correct.
with the
So what
G12.
makes this really cool is, Miles, if you wouldn't mind passing me that lat bar over there.
Cool.
So we'll just clip that one off.
One can come off.
So you'll see on the actual lat bar itself, there it is there. There's two holes there.
Why
that you
have we
can
got two
clip in.
holes?
so you can make use of the DAP with your lat bar.
Okay,
So what
let's
you
see
will
how
do
that works.
is you'll clip the carabiner clip on the left or your right from the video footage, and again from there. So now, what makes this cool, compared to, there's no other machine that compares with this one. Obviously make sure the weights are even there, Miles.
And just something very interesting that I love, Force USA has got a great attention to detail. So one thing I absolutely love about what they do, and it annoys the hell out of me with the other machines, especially the one that I train at in a commercial gym, is that when I want to do just one single plate for some of my sort of isolation exercises, this pin falls all over the place. Force USA have very cleverly magnetized it. Just a little bit of attention to detail, which I think is quite nice. Also, Baz, I just want to say, just because I know the guys from Force USA, is that they do all their own research.
Correct.
So they don't go and copy other people's machines.
No.
What they do is they've got a team of people who go around the world. They're
Yes.
all guys that train really hard. So they get into the gym and they see things that annoy you,
Yes.
and they go and change it and add it to the machine, which
Correct.
I'm very impressed with.
Now, yeah, guys, here's the cool thing. Where have you ever seen that can do over 180 kg lat pull down? Because you've got two stacks here if you put them to the max. But now with clipping it together on the machine, you can do sorts of rows. And Miles trained in this earlier, and he actually found a nice, useful row with this nice
Row
deep
and pull down. And again, so the interesting
straight
thing
pull
is,
down.
yeah. So some of you from a more technical background will have noticed what one of the major differences is previously with the straight bar, the anchor points were on each end.
Correct.
So that meant that you could sort of get out of balance.
Yes.
Now the anchor points are in the center.
Correct.
So now you can focus a little less on the balance and actually start really putting some effort into doing a strength training
Correct.
exercise. Again, for me, I would quite enjoy a lat pull down.
And again, guys, what's nice about this, you're not limited to one stack. You've got two weight stacks there.
Yeah, I mean, this you could go really heavy, way heavier than I would be able to do. Great, so that is some of the back exercises.
Back exercises,
Cool.
yes. Again, there is so many. Like, for example, you can do front raises. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can
Overhead
do
tricep extensions.
with this.
Absolutely
Over
perfect,
here.
yep. So you've always got the advantage of being able to do the single attachment, which allows you to go heavier, not focus on the balance, and the double-ended attachment.
Correct. So we can clip that back
Cool.
out there.
So Baz, I want to show one of my other favorite exercises that I love doing. And I guess this comes from years and years of working at a computer. I spend a lot of time consulting and
Yes.
in e-commerce and a little bit too much behind the computer. So I get a bit of a bad posture. So what I love about the functional trainer is being able to do a nice face pull. So face pull, great for your posture, works some of those rotator cuffs, and really works nicely here. Of course, you can change this angle. And a couple of ways that people do face pulls. One of the correct ways of doing it is to make sure that it's pulled towards your face. And again, a lot of people hold it like that. I believe that it should be held in this position. So it's almost the thumbs up position.
Yes.
Okay? And that allows you to then
Allows you to really actually get in there.
get in there.
And make sure it's clipped in properly. You don't want to give
Push
the
it, pull
rope a
yourself
nice
back.
little kiss. And again, you can do triceps on that, in that position right now.
Triceps, and another two that I love to superset for those of you that are interested in sort of a little bit more of toning and bodybuilding. The nice superset is to be able to, on this machine, is to be able to do a straight arm pull down, like that. So there I'm isolating the lats, and then what I'm going to do straight after that, after sort of exhausting those lats a little bit, is that I'm able to then move into more of a row.
Correct.
So now I'm starting to bring in the biceps and the forearms, and I'm able to really, really work that lat.
And how easy is it to go from 2 ropes down to 1? Straight
like
down.
that. So you can do that in a tricep, you can do that as a push down, you can do that as a row. And by the way, one of the people that I know very well, Jared from Nico, very, very good biokineticist, was actually showing me that the face pull, the single arm face pull. So that's a little bit heavy for me at the moment, and I need to stand back a little bit further, which you can do with the functional trainer. But because we've got a camera there and I'm a bit worried about kicking it over, Basil,
Yes, correct.
I'm not going to go back that far. But of course, you've got nice long cables with this.
And it's adjustable, it goes right down to the bottom as well. So while Miles is there, I'm going to come to this lovely bar that we've got over here on this side. So basically with this bar, what's nice about these cable arms is you don't have to do it in the machine.
Nice rotational.
You can actually do it on the outside of the machine. So you can do your bicep curls, you can do your struts, you could do front raises.
The nice thing is that two people can work on this machine at exactly
your
the same
rows.
time because these are independent cables.
Correct.
So ideal for personal trainers as well as people that want to train with family members at home.
Correct. Then obviously you've got the leg press, which you can actually load up your weight plates on the leg press. Very easy to take it off. You just pop the pins, off you go. That's your leg press off. Then what you've got is you've got your Smith bar. Again, guys, look at that.
Okay, this is a
Counterbalanced.
counterbalanced, weightless Smith bar. That's what it means.
So this Smith bar, very easy for your squats, your bench press, your deadlifts,
Anything that you want to use a barbell for. A lot of safety with the Smith machine. There are some people that don't like the Smith machine that will look at it and say, well, it causes injuries. Incorrect exercise movement creates injuries and causes injuries. Anything can cause an injury, any type of movement. So I've been using a Smith machine for many years. The thing that hurt me was using a computer. So it just goes to show. So if you're using a computer, you maybe stand more chance of injuring yourself than 30 years of using weight training equipment.
So what I like about a Smith machine, especially if you're squatting, is you get to kick out your feet a bit, and the bar won't fall away from you. So you get to actually kick out your
almost
feet.
like a hack squat.
Yeah, you get to kick out your feet a bit at a better angle, opposed to actually doing it straight up and down.
Absolutely.
Then you'll see it's a bit of a mess here with all the attachments because we display.
But it's a fun mess. This is what your home gym should be looking like, with attachments down there. You don't want them in your workout space, but you want to be able to have options here.
Correct. Then it functions as an all power rack. I mean, you've got your J hooks that are on the side here. You don't have to put two on. You can put one on, two, so Miles can show you. You'll obviously have to take that right up so it's out the way.
And so that's an important thing. A lot of people ask, how do you use the functional trainer and the J hooks? Well, obviously you don't use them at exactly the same time. The J hooks would stay off the functional trainer while you're using it as a functional trainer, and then when you want to use it as a power rack, then you would attach those J hooks. And for those of you that don't know, the J hook is the thing that holds the barbell in place.
So that would hold the barbell, that would be your safety. Then over here, what Force have done is they've actually got a very nice pair of dip handles. So, I mean, there's also one on the other side, so you can actually do your dips.
Let's pop that in. What number have you got that in? Number 10.
I think I have got a number 10, yep.
Right, and so it's number 10.
So there we go, you've got your dips that you can do over here, which can take a lot of weight, but they've anchored them in nicely. So you've got your dips that you could do over there.
And you've got, of course, both. You've got a multi-grip there.
Yes. Then, of course, you've got the other knee brace cushion that is actually on the J hook already. So you would slide it in, and you would actually use this for lat pull down. You would actually brace it, brace your legs underneath here for lat pull down. So you'd wheel a bench in here, and you'd do your lat pull down underneath here. What is quite nice about this attachment, I'm just going to drop it down here for a second. There's so many different types of exercises that you can do, but in terms of triceps, what's nice about that is now you can prop yourself up against the cushions.
So now I'm learning something.
So you can prop yourself up against the cushions and you can do your
almost like a
triceps.
stability bar.
Stability, yep.
Okay, very nice.
For your triceps over there.
Okay, and of course, the nice thing about what Basil's just shown us is that can be done from so many different angles. So you can have that from an angle that's coming up much further below you, which would hit the longer head of the triceps, and then from the top, going down more of the shorter head of the triceps.
Another simple thing you can do is you can drop that straight down to the bottom, brace your legs underneath you, and you can do sit-ups. It'll hold your legs in for sit-ups.
Very nice.
So there is so many things that you can actually do on this unit here, which is actually, it's endless. I mean, if Miles and I have to demonstrate every single workout that we can do on this unit.
Which we may do, we may add to them, but I think the important thing is to give you an idea, and there is an exercise chart here with a whole load of the exercises, many of them that we've already covered. YouTube is a brilliant place to go and look for any type of functional training exercises. And of course, if you need any help, you're welcome, especially as Force USA customers, you're welcome to contact me for some of my workout advice. I've been a personal trainer for over 30 years. Yeah, it's time to get a proper job, isn't it?
Exactly. Time to get the bills paid, eh?
I'd love to help you guys, and that's miles@gymandfitnessequipment.co.uk. If you're in Africa or South Africa, Basil, how would they get hold of
They
you?
get hold of me, Basil, B-A-S-I-L, Basil, at fitnessnetwork.co.za.
Fantastic. Basil, thank you very much, mate.
Pleasure.
And we'll
Thanks,
see
Miles.
you guys later.
Cheers, guys.